Welcome to the BESL Pro Season 1. My name is Derek Danger and together with me is Cookie, and we're gonna cast the games today. So what do you think?
Yeah, well, today we are going to play. We are going to see Falcon eSports play against Team Coinflip Gaming. The first game was meant to be Keep Yourself Alive versus Vegan Unit 4, right?
Yeah.
And sadly, Keep Yourself Alive were not able to make it. So Vegan Unit 4 get the two free wins today. So that's sad that we won't see Keep Yourself Alive play 2 weeks in a row now. But yeah, now Falcon eSports versus Team Coinflip Gaming. Both of these teams, what I've seen is that they don't have the team play. Their team play is not that good, but individually they're all really skilled, and they can win the 1v1 lanes. I would say that Falcon eSports laners are a bit mechanically stronger than Team Coinflip Gaming.
They're higher ranked.
Well, yeah, they're higher ranked, but we don't know. Maybe Team Coinflip, maybe Sportgeist can pull out the echo again and pop off as he has done previous weeks. So yeah, I just want to see what they will be able to do.
It's going to be interesting because, yeah, as you said, both teams have similar styles, and well, after these games, we'll see if Falcon eSports are truly just better man for man, or maybe those were just previous weeks which led to that.
Yeah, maybe they have practiced their team play because they scrim a lot and train for these games. If you didn't know, and maybe they have worked on it. I want to see what Asadi and Onyas in the top lane, how that matchup will go out, because Asadi we only seen tanks from him, while from Onyas I think we saw the Camille come out from him, so maybe he'll come out with that pick again and try to snowball the top lane, or he'll just play against the tanks and it's going to be a boring tank matchup.
Well, last week he actually lost in the tank matchups versus Basilisk, versus Matt 5. And yeah, going through the teams, we got Team Coinflip Gaming with Anyas, Lattelecom, Sportgeist, Clydex, and Riftwolf. Yeah. While the Falcon eSports is fielded by...
Yeah, it's fielded by Asadi in the top lane, Mangals in the jungle, Arlight mid lane, Deity ADC, and Inflex support. The flags are not quite right there, but it's okay. I'll say where they are. Mangals is from Latvia, while Deity is from Malta, and Inflex is from Lithuania.
So yeah, pretty close enough. We got all the countries in a different order.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
To the best of us.
Yeah, it happens every time. And yeah, the bot lane matchup in this, I'd say the top lane matchup is going to be, I think, what we have seen all the time. The tank matchups. Maybe we'll see the Onya's Tryndamere pick, but most likely not. They won't risk it too much. While for the bot lane, I'd say that that's going to be also a big emphasis.
It's going to be probably the main matchup in the game, where the whole game is going to revolve around bot lanes, and everyone's just are going to try to help the bot lanes in this one, because we know that Clydex and Riftwolf are no pushovers, but yeah, Deity and Inflex have played like really good games so far.
Yeah, and yeah, it was not against Vegan Unit 4, it was against NACL today, so that was a mistake. But what I wanted to say is that we saw Kaisa come out from Clydex last week against Demons 5. It wasn't as good as a pick.
It wasn't bad. Kaisa wasn't the reason they lost the game.
But...
So maybe we'll see it again today.
Yeah, maybe they practiced it more, because then it was it was out for like 1 day, like not even a full day. So I think they just rolled with it and tried to cheese the enemy. This time what I know is that they have practiced the pick a bit more, so it might come out. In solo queue, I've seen that I heard that Kai's has a weak laning phase, while in solo queue I've seen that she just smashes everyone. So
because no one knows how to play against her.
Yeah, most likely.
But from your philosophy, you can just pick Caitlyn and win any lane, and no guy's going to stop you.
Yeah, nobody can stop you. But let's check this week's schedule. so that we know. Yeah, so Keep Yourself Alive versus NACL was the first game, but it is a forfeit, so NACL win both of the games. Now we'll see Falcon eSports versus Team Coinflip Gaming.
On Thursday, well, is it Thursday? Yeah, it's Thursday. We will have Imantis 5 versus Surreal Gaming, and well, that's going to be a pretty interesting game for the locals. And on Friday, to close out the week, we'll have Public Enemy versus Team Solo Mata and Vegan Unit 4 versus Iron Wolves.
Yeah, I'd say that today's matchup, I think it's going to be the closest one this week. The rest of the ones I think are pretty one-sided. Maybe Team Solo Mata versus Public Enemy. That could also be an interesting match. I don't know which one will come out. Well, Public Enemy won Falcon eSports last week with a 2-0. And Falcon eSports won Team Solo Mata with a 2-0. So I say that most likely Public Enemy will win that match.
But we have to wait because as we've seen in previous weeks, Team Solo Mata has not found a winning formula. Yeah. And we know that they don't have like bad players or anything.
Yeah,
they got really good players. They just can't find the synergy. Maybe the synergy, the chemistry, and all that jazz.
Yeah, something like that. Because like they have gotten the leads in the early game, where Roper6 played the Vayne and he got a lead for himself.
Yeah, he was like 5-0 or something.
Yeah, and in the previous game also they had a lead that they were able to snowball, but in the second game when he played Vayne, they got the lead, but they were not able to snowball that game to victory. NACL had a nice counter to the Vayne. I think that the Shyvana that game was really strong. She had farmed up really well and then just kept herself on to Vayne, and Vayne wasn't able to peel himself.
And also since it's Monday, and every Monday, actually every day, we gotta remind you that BSL is going to last for 9 weeks. This is week 3, first day of week 3, and after 9 weeks, top 4 teams are going to qualify for the LAN event at Hypertown Riga Expo, which is going to occur from 26th to 27th of May, and early bird tickets are still available.
Yeah, it's going to be until the end of March.
Till the end of March, yeah. So if you want to get the cheapest tickets, check the description now, and yeah, you can get it. You can get some information about Hypertown. There's going to be not only the League of Legends and CSGO action, but also a lot of different things like cosplay and stuff.
Yeah, you will be able to see a lot of different things. And now that we are in the champ select, Falcon eSports do ban out the Camille.
And yeah, Falcon eSports will start at the blue side for the first game. And Camille has been like the premier ban for the blue side, which is, I don't know why. If Camille's so strong, why they ban it on blue side?
Well, maybe they want to pick up the Xayah for themselves, because Xayah now has gotten a lot of popularity. She's a really strong pick right now.
But at the same time, if Sion's open, you pick up the Sion, and the red side gets the Xayah. So it doesn't make sense.
But still, like, you can pick Shen against Sion, so picking up the Xayah first pick. I think we saw Xayah first picks last week.
Yeah, we had a couple.
And so Tristana and Evelyn banned out. So Evelyn targeted at Mongols, because Mongols is, I would say, an Evelyn one-trick pony or entrepreneur. He knows a lot about the champion, so they don't want him on his comfort pick. And the Tristana banned out, so a counter ban to Deity.
2 AD carry bans so far, Caitlyn, Tristana, and well, for the blue side, Falcon Gaming is going to ban out the Echo. They don't want to Coinflip anything against Coinflip Gaming.
Yeah, they don't just want to see Sports again pop off. So we're not going to see that from him. He does still have the Azir open, so that is one good pickup for him. And the Xayah first pick coming out. Well, it most likely be. They are hovering right now, so that most likely will be the pickup. And with picking up Xayah first pick is good, because you can't really pick Rakan, because Rakan is only good with Xayah. So either you pick the Rakan and have a losing lane, or you try and hope that Falcon eSports won't pick it up in the second pick phase.
And by the way, in the infographic, you see the Team Coinflip Gaming and Falcon eSports out on the opposite sides. That's because they they picked the opposite sides. We didn't regulate them enough.
Yeah.
We'll do that next game for sure. We apologize for the inconvenience, but yeah, Falcon eSports is on the blue side, and Team Coinflip Gaming is on the red side. And yeah, we get the Zaya first pick, and Nunu and Zach as a return, or maybe that's not Nunu. Nunu is not picked. Nunu is actually Rakan.
So they do pick up the Rakan. So they might go with Kalista ADC, because that's one of the good ADCs that go well with Rakan. And what else?
Probably only Kalista. Yeah. I don't know any other. Rakan's pretty useless without Zaya or Kalista. So yeah, actually, Kalista and Rakan was permabanned during Worlds. That was like half a year ago, but still, it's a pretty scary combo.
And we don't see the Galio this time from Marwhite. He goes with the Azir.
And yeah, Amumu picked up, but it's probably not Amumu, as we already get the messages, and it's
Nunu. So Amumu is Nunu.
Because Nunu was already picked, so.
Yeah, Nunu was picked as a placeholder, so they pick up Amumu to pick Nunu, but yeah, and that gives a lot of help to Azir. Azir, it seems like they're going to go for that teamfighty composition this time.
Yeah, they got Varus and Rakan. I wouldn't say that it's bad together. Varus is like good with any support, and maybe they can go for the wombo combos with Zach, Rakan, and Varus. Now they only need some long range damage. We know that Spurges plays a lot of Xerath and Ziggs, so maybe we'll see just that.
Yeah, and I think that Falcon eSports should pick up like something like a Wistar in support, so that they would have that counter.
It's banned. It's banned.
Oh, it's banned. They banned it right as I said, and so.
And yeah.
They won't have any. Actually, they won't have anything to cancel the Zac engage. Well, the Azir ultimate, but usually you don't want to use that on one Zac. They might go for Thresh to cancel the engage, but it's not a strong pick right now.
Maybe Taric. If they want to go in, you can always go for Taric, or maybe Braum is really good as well.
Yeah, Braum and Taric. I think Taric would be really good because they already have that Azir Zaya backline that will do a lot of damage in teamfights. They have the Nunu to buff up their carries even more.
And now we see a Cyan ban as last one for Falcon eSports. And as the Cyan is banned, Annie, which you see on the screen, is actually Ornn. So since Cyan is banned, Ornn is probably the strongest top laner available right now.
Yeah, but I know that Cassidy plays a lot of Iwawe. And Iwawe is a really good counter pick to Ornn, so we might see that come out as the counter pick, and then we'll finally see Cassidy on something that is not a tank, but it's kind of a tank. So yeah, but he will be able to deal more damage.
And yeah, we got Taric picked, and now the top lane is going to be the last one picked for Falcon eSports. There's a Draven hover, but it's probably not going to be Draven top. We'll see though.
And yeah, it's the Alaoi, so finally we'll see Cassidy on more of a carry champion. I want to see what he will be able to do with that. So they really have a really good teamfighty composition, Falcon eSports. Most likely they'll try to play the game pretty slow, scale up a bit, and then and have those explosive late game fights. Meanwhile,
now we have to see the mid lane for Team Coinflip Gaming, and it's going to be Veigar, and Veigar's pretty big into Azir. Veigar's pretty big into Azir because that forces Azir to pick up the cleanse, which like leads to less lane dominance. Veigar will outscale Azir any time of the day, and well, maybe it's not the best team fight champion, but it's really good team fight champion.
Yeah, and yeah, so I want to see how much pressure both of the teams will go do on the top lane, how much Gnomes and Mongols will actually visit top lane, because if Iwawa starts snowballing, then she can, I think, take over the game pretty well. it's easy to kite Huawei out and to take and to just bait out the ultimate, fall back, and when the ultimate is off, then go in and fight. But I just want to see that one walk over where Azir has that 5-man Shrimmer shuffle into the Huawei, then she ults, the Zaya ult, and the Taric just helping each other out, and Nuno just ulting, like also ulting there, solving everybody so that the Huawei could dish out more damage. I want to see that team, if they could do that one-ball combo.
But at the same time, once Azir goes in, he can get virus salted. While Azir's stuck there, Zach jumps in, and well, it's a danzo for yeah. Well, so basically, both teams can team fight really well. I would say that Falcon eSports is better in side lanes. So yeah, we will probably see more lane dominance from the top lane, as Acidi, on the Ulawi is probably going to go more than even in lane. We'll get some lead, maybe a kill. Shouldn't happen, but probably will.
But most likely, yeah, it happens. It's hard to play perfectly, and and talking about the junglers actually for both of the teams, I feel like they have the same play style, both of the junglers. We haven't seen too much pressure come out of both of them. Mangos had that one game with Evelyn, but even though they still against Public Enemy, they had that game with Evelyn where he dished out a lot of pressure, but that doesn't help the team win. And actually, Gnomes also had a Jax game where he dished out a lot of pressure on the map, but usually they don't do that. Usually they have those safer picks. I want to see if Gnomes will be able to do a lot with the Zac pick, as Nuno won't be able to really help the team, help the laners out as much. He will be able to invade, ward to see where Zac is, and I guess that's Mango's job this game.
Actually, it's pretty scary for Azir, since Zac can gank multiple times between the cleanse cooldown, and if Veigar just puts his cage down, then Azir can get out, and he's pretty much a free kill. And yeah, jungle will probably decide the mid and bot lane for sure this game. Top lane is going to go all the way to Falcon eSports in this one. But yeah, if Spurja on the Veigar can get a big enough of a lead, and Clydex on the Varus can go even, then they will probably spike earlier and will be able to push some leads if they get some. If not, then they can always scale. They are permanently scaling champions, and nothing should stop them if they fall behind early. But yeah, it's going to be a skill matchup nonetheless. It's not like either of teams won the game from the draft phase.
Yeah. As we saw, some games there was some games you could say already from the start that the team most likely won because of the draft. This time both the teams have a pretty equal draft. I'd say the players got the picks that they wanted. The Veigar pickup, I want to see what he has in store with that, because you don't usually see that pick come out, and it can surprisingly one-shot anyone if somebody just oversteps. And the Rakan pick with the Warriors bot lane, I know that Riftwolf plays a lot of Rakan, so maybe not lately, but I know when Rakan was strong, he used to play him a lot.
But at the same time, you don't see that, we see that. Riftwolf hasn't gone with Ignite Exhaust Rakan on level 1, which is probably the most optimal route right now, going for the Unsealed Spellbook and trying to cheese someone, or just putting a lot of lane pressure with Exhaust Ignite.
Yeah, but as the players are loading into the game, we'll have a small commercial break, so don't go anywhere, because we'll be right back with this exciting game between Falcon eSports and Team Coinflip Gaming.
in the game between Falcon eSports and Team Coinflip Gaming. So this is going to be one of two games we'll see tonight.
Yeah, these are going to be the games now. Both of the teams have 2-2 in the standings, so they want to win the game so that they can get a bit higher. Now, the thing is that even though both teams are 2-2, Falcon eSports is like, I think, 3rd place, and Team Coinflip Gaming is 7th because Falcon eSports were able to win the game so fast. So if Coinflip Gaming can win these two games, they will just go to the third place from 7th to 3rd. So yeah, that's how tight the standings are right now.
So yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting. Level 1, we see nothing major happening so far. But well, that will probably change as Mangal is the Haxi Vaxi is on the Nunu. And well, Nunu is always an exciting gameplay, especially versus Zach.
Yeah. That's the matchups you want to see always, and not as well. Lee Sin is almost as well as Nunu, as impactful as Nunu, but yeah. And both teams now actually, Team Coinflip Gaming, Brasacamp, or Gnomes starting top side, while Nunu is starting bot side, so that will give an edge to Team Coinflip Gaming's bot lane.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. The bot lane is going to be pretty even no matter what happens. If one of them tries to go in, they automatically lose the trade. They should just look to farm and wait for jungle ganks, because I would say Xayah and Varus spike at different timings. Varus will spike first, and afterwards Xayah will get her spike, which will be bigger than Varus one. So they just have to play their timings right. But yeah, on top lane we already see Anya is getting, well, not bullied out, but zoned a little bit from Acid Easy Lowy. He will manage to get the minions under the turret, most of them.
He got 2 minions. So.
Yeah, so, well, it's going to happen. That's how you play versus Illaoi. Illaoi doesn't scale well, so you just have to give up the laning phase a little bit, if your pride allows to. Yeah. And we see the first interaction between the junglers on the bottom side, and Zach gets the smite, the Skull Crab, so a big win for Lil Nom.
And that's the most action, most likely what we'll see from the junglers, just trying to get the camps away from each other. And too bad that the Mongols was not able to smite that out, just the Gnomes getting that first victory for his team. And a lot of vision around the river from Team Coinflip Gaming, so they will know when Nunu is trying to invade, and they will be able to collapse on him.
And well, a second battle for the Skull Crab. This time Axie Mongols gets it, so 1-for-1.
Yeah, tight play from both of the junglers.
And well, Axie is going to be the first one to pass to top lane. He's going for the Krugs, or well, he'll just ward it to see if Lil Nom is willing to take them.
Well, he's going to ward it, and most likely so that Illaoi knows if Zach is trying to gank.
And here comes the Nunu. Will he get the consume out? Well,
he did.
Zach comes in and he's going to get nothing from it, so already Haxi in the Nom's face.
Yeah, well, Acid has the lane pressure, the lane priority, so he can he has that easier time roaming.
Well, talk about lane pressure. Ornn will be forced to back. And already teleported level 4, that's going to be a big impact. And we're talking about the impact, that is Axie getting the flash out of Spurges in the mid lane. And he's just going down, Nunu's just going down like through all the lanes, will find Lil Nom again. He started the Grom, but will most likely not get it. And they're going for the dive on the bot lane. It's 3 versus 2. Zach's going in, and well, Zach gets the knock up onto 2 people. Flashes go down, heals as well. Arlight comes in, and they will get the first blood. Kaleidex with a double kill on the Varus, so not successful dive at all. And suddenly the whole tempo goes to Team Coinflip Gaming.
Yeah, questionable dive from Falcon eSports really, and Team Coinflip Gaming were able to just use that mistake and come out on top from it. Falcon eSports trying to get some early leads to start snowballing the game, but it did just make their game a lot harder than it should have been.
They just had the wrong focus on the bot lane. Everyone just attacked a different champion, and well, maybe if they could coordinate the right target, they could have gotten the best of that trade.
Yeah, and Sportrise, we see this a lot from his games. He always gets the words into the enemy jungle to know where he is. Always has that laning, like always he has wards on the lane, and he's not like the one guy that always pushes in the lane and doesn't ward anything. So that's good to see from him.
And we see Arlott really respecting Spurgeon, not going in for the trades, just farming it out and probably relying on his team fighting abilities.
Yeah, most likely will want to try and impact the game. Then, right now, just knowing that Falcon eSports are a bit behind, doesn't want to risk too much and just plays it safe so that in the late game they are going to be able to just keep fighting, fight in the mid game and late game.
And well, Rift was looking for something. Lil Gnome right behind him. Now it seems like the Deity and Infrix are smelling this. They will not cancel the Zach's jump as Deity is cut out and will fall to Kleidex for the 3rd kill on the Varus.
Yeah, Varus, Kleidex getting 3 kills, must be pretty happy about that one. Getting a lot of gold for himself, will have that Gwynsos picked up really fast into the game. And that will allow him just to deal a lot of damage in the team fight.
And yeah, well, that's probably not going to be only Ginsus. As we saw last week, who was that built Ginsus into Static Shoe? And on top lane, there's action. Onyas gets dived, gets the kill on the Acidy, so 1v2 kill for Onyas, and he's just surviving with 3 HP. That is crazy. And well, maybe Falcon eSports got a little bit overzealous on that one. But yeah, well played from Onyas.
Yeah, Team Creative Gaming are just able to to punish the mistakes Falcon eSports are making so well. Miscommunicated dives from Falcon eSports, not really able to finish off the targets that they had to. And yeah, Team Creative Gaming they needed the lead in the early game to start scaling a lot faster, and then this might be a really fast game from them.
And Onyas with the repeat gank on the bot lane. Infrex gets knocked up, but well, the Taric ult already went down, and Rift will really low, falls to Infrex's Ignite now. Lil Gnome is next to fall. He's getting really low. Deity trying to chase him down, and Lil Gnome jumps back in, gets the knocked up onto Vaxi, and Arlott's already there, so there's no escape for Lil Gnome, and he's going to die from Deity AD. So a big win, a big turnaround on the bot lane's gank, and yeah.
Yeah, it just seems like the team that is trying to make the play is going to fail the play, because both like Falcon eSports and Starter were making the plays and trying, and that made them, and then they just went behind. And this time the Team Coinflip Gaming are trying to make the plays and they are falling behind.
And now Team Coinflip Gaming are going to lose the first third of the game. But and that's pretty big, but Ornold coming in with the teleport. Spurgeon is already there. Shuriim shuffles, gets Onyas deeper. Now Deity is going to fall to Varus. 4th kill to Spurgeon. 4th kill to Kleidex, right? Spurgeon gets the kill on the Taric. Now Zach wants more, and he's just going to take the pink ward in the Tri-Brush.
Yeah, well, the curse has been broken now. The team that made the play actually succeeded in the play this time. And yeah, well, Falcon eSports traded basically 2 kills for the first blood turret, and it does seem like Team Coinflip Gaming will be able to pick it back up and trade the turret back.
But on the top lane, Asti almost taking the turret by himself already, and well, it seems like the Deity and Infrix will be bought in time to defend the turret. So those are just going to be 2 kills for 2 turrets.
Yeah, Mangal's trying to protect the turret, or Hexivexy trying to protect the turret with his ultimate, but Zach cancelled that with his own ultimate, almost falling, had to use the flash to escape that fight. And right now, I like what Gnomes has been able to do on the Zach. Has been able to put out a lot of pressure. And just, yeah, escapes that fight with not using anything. But Falcon eSports are looking for the Cloud Drake. As it has been buffed now, it does give a lot of movement speed, so they are going to be happy to pick that up. Acidy picked up the top lane turret, so the map is slowly opening for Falcon eSports.
Alrighty, well, only 600 ahead, but a Cloud Drake and 2 turrets, that's going to be pretty massive. But yeah, we gotta remember, Varus will pick up the Rage Blade any minute now. already got all the components.
Yeah, and I just want to see, it's interesting to see if he will go for the static shift and try to go for that bursty build and try and to snowball his lead that way, trying to burst out the opponents, or he's going to just go with the safe Witsend second buy and not risk it too much.
Well, Witsend is probably the best what you can build second. There's nothing much you can do about do against Witsend. It just makes you super tanky and well gives quite a lot of damage. And if you get Witsend, you can just tank Azir's damage till almost the very end game.
Yeah, and right now the teams have resetted. They have that 1-3-1 going with the 1-3-1, so that Arlight and DT both can get the gold that they need to get the items, and not sharing experience and gold in mid lane. And Acidy now going bot side because he has TPs, and Falcon eSports do want to pick up that Rift Herald. Well, at least I think they do because of the rotations that they have. And both of the bot lanes now staying mid lane. And yeah, if Team Coinflip game will be able to pick up the turrets, then they'll just get the lead back up. Right now they are 4 kills ahead, but they do not have the gold advantage.
But actually they just need to chill till Varus gets his Rage Blade, which is about now, and now they can push the leads. Their early lead. Veigar has his Archangel stuff, they got the Cinder Hulk on the Zac. Ornn will finish his first item soon, so for those 2 minutes it might seem that Coinflip Gaming actually didn't do anything. They gave up their Rift Herald now, but they just played it safe, and now they are much stronger than Falcon eSports. They can actually like force stuff without thinking.
Yeah, they are. It seems like they're going to force mid lane. Might go for a dive. Falcon eSports are trying to react to it as fast as they can. Everybody's rotating. Zac is on. Picked up the Raptors. Might go.
Shurima Shuffle from the Arlight's not going to connect on the Clydex. Now Terracult comes down. Knocks up all 5 members. Zayat is not going to save a deity now. Azir, Nunu, Zaya falling. Now Tarek's going to be the next one, and well, only Acidy lives, as that's 4-4-0 for Team Coinflip Gaming. Zac's looking for another jump. He's not going to land it on the Acidy. But yeah, that was a clean fight for Team Coinflip Gaming.
Yeah, an ambitious play from Falcon eSports, trying to fight when Team Coinflip Gaming have gotten their power spikes. So
and well, Acidy gets stunned by Veigar Cage, and Veigar is going to finish him off. So 4 kills for Spurja is already 5 kills for Clydex.
A strong game from Team Coinflip Gaming right now, showing off what they can do. And I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised. I didn't think they will be able to play this well, but they have proved me wrong. They are showing their skills, their mechanical skills, and right now their team fighting prowess also really well.
Well, as I said in the pre-game, once Arlight went in for the Shurima Shuffle,
yeah,
Clydex flashed out of it, and then Arlight was just dead to die. Versalt went down, snared everybody into the known Akup. Zac just did some stuff as well. And well, even though Infrex came by a couple of seconds with Terracult, it was simply not enough.
Yeah, and now Falcon eSports want to slow down the game a bit, want to get some gold for themselves, and then start to snowball the lead there. Well, not snowball the lead, but I mean get the lead back. Get some gold so that they can get the items, and Zaya needs the 3-item power spike.
She needs at least 1 item right now.
Well, right now she needs to finish Essence Reaver, but she will need the 3-item power spike still to do a lot of damage, as Azir also needs some items to start dishing more damage out. And right now the Iwao pick hasn't paid off too much, or has been able to do a lot more in team fights.
Well, yeah, Ilawi, even though she has a lot of tankiness and quite a lot of damage, she doesn't provide the same teamfight prowess as Ornn. she can get the lead in the early game, as we can see in the CS counts. 40 CS lead on the Ornn, but 5-man Ornn ultimate is hard to up.
Yeah. And what is going to be the next Drake that is going to spawn?
The next Drake is going to be the Mountain Drake, which is pretty good for both teams. I don't know if either of them prefer it. Probably none of them are going to die for it. But it's pretty good because it's pretty good for Team Coinflip Gaming because they have the Rage Blade, and they will be able to pick up the Baron really fast if they get Mountain Drake.
And they are already clearing a vision around that part of the map. Falcon eSports have placed the Rift Herald topside so that they would be able to roam, so that some of Team Coinflip Gaming's members should go top lane and deal with that, while the Falcon eSports are going to try and pick up the Drake for themselves.
And yeah, on top lane the Herald's not going to take the turret. Both top laners have the teleport, so if something goes down they'll be able to react. Only Ornn can cancel Lowy's teleport. Lowy can't cancel the Ornn's teleport.
Yeah, and I think that Team Coinflip Gaming are in a better position right now. They have the mid lane pushed. They also got the Rift Herald, Rift Scuttler, I mean. So I feel like they have a better setup for this Drake. And actually they are going to leave the Drake open, as they are going to just pick up the mid lane turret.
And Falcon eSports will try to defend it, but they should just cut the losses and take the Drake. They are not willing to do so. They will fight for this, most likely. Well, Arla is going to scare them away, as there has quite a lot of damage. Spurja is just poking everyone down with the cage, and yeah.
Well, I think that this was the time that Team Coinflip Gaming should have just went for the Drake, because with the Gwinsus they can pick it up pretty fast. I think that was the opening they needed to just go for Drake and pick that up for themselves, but they did not opt to do so.
It seems like they're going for it now.
Yeah, well, they still have the edge, so they aren't in too much of a hurry, and are going to start the Drake now. Falcon eSports is going to try and actually try and stop them or contest the Drake.
They are thinking about it for sure. And Nunu comes in and gets the smite on the Drake. So Drake for Falcon eSports, but Nunu is going to die for this, and this means a possible Baron, but actually not, because Baron spawns in 45 seconds, Nunu spawns in 25. So yeah, I would say a worth trade for the Mongols, Nunu.
Yeah, and Asadi was left alone on top side, or had to TP bot. I guess he TP'd to the Drake, but an engage.
And Zach comes in. Zach is going to just ult away. Now Zach has no flash for the following play. But yeah, this just means that Zach can go for another jump in if they decide to. Lowy is pretty deep, but well, who's deep here? And Onya is going to get killed by the Tentakill. For the Tentakill, and well, Asadi in a world of troubles right now, as everyone's trying to collapse on him. Asadi flashes away, will get knocked out by the Rakan. And well, it seems like the Klydex will finish him off, and Klydex has gotten like 704 on the Varus.
Getting a lot of kills for himself. Varus is a strong champion, so he will be able to deal a lot of damage in team fights if he is not bothered with. If he can just stand there in a safe position and just fight. And really, Falcon eSports don't have those that dive potential. The only one is the Azir ultimate, where he can Shurima shuffle and try to get the Varus that way. But yeah, that's not one safe play. That's not something that they would want to do, because Arlight is one of the main damage dealers right now on the team. Deity also will be able to dish out some damage, but I think Team Coinflip Gaming have a better team comp for now, at least.
And yeah, well, Veigar's pretty scary. As every minute passes, Veigar gets stronger and stronger. has not finished the Ludens, and look at that, almost 30 HP from the tank Tarek with a small combo of Q and W. And that's only the beginning. He's already building the Ludens Echo, has the Archangel staff stacked up. Varus has like Rage Blade and Midsense, so he's going to help Veigar with damage dealing with the penetration. Minus 30 magic resist is like nothing to be scolded of. And look at that, 90% of the HP from Zan forces the ultimate as well.
Yeah, I was afraid that Veigar will ult to finish off the kill, but Acidi now caught out from and.
Well, Acidi's trying to fight Willfall from the Varus. Zac passive gets popped, but now they might as well go for the Baron, and it seems like that they will. It's going to be a 5v4. Zac's a little bit zoned off. But yeah, now this is going to be all on Muggles. Will he be able to go for the steal? But it seems like Team Coinflip Gaming are going for debate here. Falcon eSports sees that, but yeah, now Team Coinflip Gaming are starting the Baron, and Falcon Gaming just has to do something here. And now Nunu is going to get just deleted in a matter of seconds. A big Rakan ult, taunt in 3. Zai is going to be the next one for double kill for Anyas, and now it's just 2 versus 3. But Acidi is coming from base, so maybe he'll be there in time, but Baron's dying really fast, already on 40 HP. Azir falls, and yeah, Azir falls, but Infra is going to get the kill on the Veigar. And what's that? What? Zac just dies from the Baron. Tanked a little bit too much. Coinflip Gaming are going to secure the Baron, but well, that was unnecessary.
Yeah, Zac just dying for free there. A bit of a miscommunication from the team. Ornn could have just went in and tried, or Zac could have just smited early and got a bit of health back from that smite. But yeah, Team Coinflip Gaming now winning the second fight, or even third fight for themselves, and just keep snowballing the lead.
And yeah, look at that. Clydex with 8 kills already, have been in 14 out of 17 fights, so this game is all on him. But even if he falls, even if he dies, the Spurja is on the Veiga, already going for the Rabadon's death camp with 2 needlessly large rods. So it's pretty grim for Falcon eSports.
Yeah, he will be able to just one-shot the carries if he gets close.
Maybe the tanks as well.
Yeah, maybe he'll be able to.
And Zac goes in with the big ultimate, gets the Azir in. Azir is the first one falling out. 3-man Rakan and knock up. Deity ults away. Now Acidi Ian almost kills all of them with the ultimate. So big damage from Acidi, but is not enough as the Falcon eSports did not follow up to that play.
Yeah, and now it's.
And Zac goes in back in. 2-man knockup. Deity is going to fall. Infrex to follow. Muggles last one to stand, and Veigar goes down. So this is going to be the game 1 probably between Falcon eSports and Team Coinflip Gaming.
Yeah, just a dominant game from Team Coinflip Gaming. Kept the foot on the gas pedal, did not stop at any point in the game, and I'm surprised how well they played this game.
And well, Arlight not even trying to defend this. Will probably die again. Does not. But yeah, pretty interesting game. Perfect KDA for Clydex in this one on the Varus.
10, 0, and 8, doing so much work this game, and yeah, I'm surprised of how well Team Coinflip Gaming were able to play this out, as I did get a level up. And now we will see the damage graphs from the players, and yeah, Varus and Veigar, both of them really high in the damage charts.
And yeah, that's pretty scary. Ilaoi almost matching that, but not enough impact from Arlight and Deity in this one.
Yeah, the Falcon eSports tried to make force plays, force dives in the bot lane and top side, and Team Coinflip Gaming were able to outplay those dives and just get ahead from those plays, and from there they just kept finding the leads that they needed, get started to win the fights. Then Falcon eSports again went in, started fighting when they shouldn't have, started a team fight when Team Coinflip Gaming got their power spikes, and yeah, it just seemed like Falcon eSports gave the game to Team Coinflip Gaming.
Yeah, well, but I think that this is not everything we will see from these teams. There's a lot more for them to show. This was only the first game. Now they have a couple of minutes to adapt, maybe talk over what was good, what was bad, what they can do for the other game.
Yeah, what they can try and adapt, what they can change. Maybe we'll see a Zach ban, because Zach actually did a lot of pressure this game. Gnomes, pat on the back for Gnomes. He did a lot for the team this time around. We don't usually see that, because he plays Skarner a lot, so he doesn't have too much pressure from that champion, and Sporges and then the Clydex, both of them putting on the carry pants. And
well, it all started with a failed dive on bot. Yeah. Mangals had like a really good early game, getting all in Lil Nom's face, but then something happened. Then they decided to go for, I don't know if they decided to go for the dive. Mangals just went in. His team tried to follow up. It did not go well. Varus got like 2 kills there, and that was the beginning of the end.
Yeah, and now we are going to take a small break, but don't go anywhere, because we'll be right back with the second game between Falcon eSports and Team Coinflip Gaming.
I can never forgive Lattelecom for murdering our mother.
I've been cooperating, you're just not listening.
You're not listening to me.
Pasaules top-seriāli. Skaties visas sezonas uzreiz visos tavos ekrānos. Shortcut films. Tikai 6 eiro mēnesī. Shortcut. Tu redzēsi.
You spray. You awkward. You're gold. Smell fresh all day with new Axe Gold Body Spray.
L. I want more G's than the 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 L. Go rap out till I black out.
And well, we are back in it in the second game between Falcon eSports and Team Coinflip Gaming. This time Team Coinflip Gaming is on the red side while Falcon eSports on the blue side. We are in the champs.
No. Team Coinflip Gaming is on blue side.
Yeah.
Falcon eSports is on the red side. So yeah, the sides are switched.
As you can see on the screen.
Yeah, as you can see on the screen. This time it doesn't lie. Everything's okay. And the Zac band coming out as the first band from Falcon eSports, so they don't want GNOME on that pick again. Had a lot of pressure last game with it. Maybe they want him to pick up Skarner again, and then he will just go with that. But he might actually go with Jax. We saw last week he had a great Jax game, so maybe he'll just pick that up to keep the pressure up.
Well, a lot of jungle bands so far, plus the Camille, and again from Team Falcon eSports. So maybe Acid doesn't want to play the Camille. You can always pick the Camille into the Scion if Scion's picked. Now we'll see, will the Scion be picked? Tristana ban versus Deity again. Second game in a row, even after the nerfs. Well, I don't know. I don't know if you should ban Tristana anymore, because her laning phase is pretty exploitable now with the 500 range on level 1. It's actually not 500, it's 525.
Oh, okay.
It was meant to be a 500 on the PB. They decided that it's a little bit too crazy, and the Zarya band coming through, so the Scion is open. Let's see if Onyos is going to pick it up, but since it's Teemo, it's probably not going to be a Scion pick, since Onyos should have a Scion if he's willing to play it.
Yeah.
And Teemo is Caitlyn. So Caitlyn was banned previous game. This game it's open, and Caitlyn's pretty good pick, because Tristana is banned, Zarya is banned, and now Caitlyn's the queen of the high range AD carries.
Yeah, and Falcon eSports answered the Caitlyn pick with Scion Olaf, so now they have a lot of engage. They will be able to run down anyone that they want to.
They got a lot of early game strength as well right now, because it's pretty hard to lose lane, as Scion and Olaf can probably 1v1 anyone early game. And Amumu is Rakan, so they're going for the Rakan even though Zarya is banned. So Rakan Caitlyn is going to be bot lane for Team Coinflip Gaming.
Well, I don't agree with the Caitlyn Rakan this time. With Varus, it still is kind of like, I like that is okay for me, but Caitlyn Rakan I don't agree with. I'd say like Braum would be a better pickup.
Braum is always a better pickup.
Yeah, Braum or Alistar, I would like that more than Rakan, but it does give a lot. It does give some sustain in the lane with the Q.
But now, yeah, I wanted to say that now Falcon eSports can just pick up Ezreal and Alistar or something, or Ezreal Braum, or Ezreal anything. I thought like Ezreal or Sivir would be a perfect AD carry to fit this comp.
Yeah, Ezreal Tom Kench. We saw the safest bot lane once. Maybe we'll see it today as well. They do ban out the Jarvan, so 2 bans against Gnomes or Breskamp.
And by the way, Annie is Ornn, so Ornn is locked in. So they get 3 placeholders in the first 3 picks. That's what we get placeholders for. We got Caitlyn, Rakan, and Ornn.
Yeah, and well, it would have been interesting to see Teemo, Amumu, and Annie in this game.
And they fit the roles.
Yeah, they fit the roles, and they have that wombo combo with Amumu and Annie. But also, Anivia actually banned. I like that ban against Olaf, because Olaf is unstoppable when he uses his ultimate. So Anivia is the only one of the champions that can use her wall to block off Olaf. So I like that ban.
But now they can pick a champion which Olaf doesn't want to dive.
Yeah.
I don't know which one would it be, but that's probably one of them.
They could go for what they could
LeBlanc.
LeBlanc or yeah, LeBlanc is open.
but it's not a high value pick right now.
Echo
I would
is
say
still
that
open.
the same Azir or Echo is open, but yeah, Azir, Malzker, something like that.
And they go for the Morgana as support. So yeah, that's not a pick that this is the first time we see Morgana picked in the BSL. So I want to see if what she will be able to do. Gives the spell shield so that Olaf or this in this case let's say Sion maybe can also follow Olaf into the fray, and Ezreal can just keep poking away from the side. And Azir picked up for Splurge. He doesn't go for the Echo, and we have a counter pick left for Arwhite. But Vladimir's banned. That's something that Arwhite is known for. That champ is banned, so he won't be able to pick that up for himself. What do you think is a good pickup for? Oh, so he goes with the Victor.
I would say Xerath is better, but Victor is playable as well. Does have a little bit weaker early game than Xerath, but scales almost just as well right now.
Yeah, and with the new items, he has gained a little bit of popularity. But you know what I wanted to see? I wanted to see Rise. I wanted to see Rise from Arwhite. That's a strong pick right now, and I know that he plays it.
Rise is really rough into Azir. The range disparity is a little bit too big because when Rise casts his spell, he's on plays the same as Azir. And if they trade damage, then like Azir will outdamage the Rise most of the time.
Oh, okay. And Olaf in the jungle, we saw it they played something similar last week against Public Enemy. It didn't go as well for them. They played against the Nivea, so this time they know something that works against that composition and ban out that champion so that it would be an easier time for the Olaf.
I would say that Falcon eSports has like a really good pick comp this game.
Yeah.
If Morgana, in the mid game, if Morgana can land a binding or something, then the target is most likely dead because Olaf can follow up with the axes. There's Ezreal always right around the corner. Victor can chain CC. And yeah, like Morgana is really, really good pick into that comp. But we don't see Morgana often for a reason.
Yeah. But I think that this time Falcon eSports have more of a control-y type of composition. They have a lot of control on their side. They can choose the battlefield, you could say. And while Team Coinflip Gaming still have the same type of picks, Ornn in the top line the same. Sejuani is, I would say, similar to Zac. Doesn't have the range as big of a engage range. But still, she has a lot of pressure in the area.
Sejuani doesn't need to commit that much.
Yeah, she doesn't have to commit that much. And this time, as they're on Team Coinflip Gaming side, so I want to see what Sportrace will be able to do with that pickup. And in the top lane again, Sion versus Ornn, pretty popular matchup right now. Ascenti this time not opting into the Iwawe. First picking Sion for himself, wants to have that engage pressure and in bot lane they have Ezreal Morgana, so maybe they'll roam a lot to bot side with the Sion ult and try to give Deity AD a lot of resources.
Bot lane is pretty interesting because for both bot lanes they have one strong member, one weak member in the lane. For Team Coinflip Gaming they got Caitlyn as the strong one and Rakan as the useless one. While on the Falcon eSports side, they got Ezreal and Morgana, which are both are like half a champion at most.
Yeah, but this time, it's something different. We haven't seen these type of composition. Well, okay, Falcon eSports have a different type of composition because we usually see the Orange Sejuani Azir. Caitlyn isn't picked too much, but that's one of Clydex's comfort picks, and I like that because I am a Caitlyn one chick, so I like seeing what other people can do on the champion. Well, even though I'm a one trick, usually people can play Caitlyn better than me, but that's a different topic. And Rakan picked up as a support, so they have like this. They have the Rakan ult combo with the Ornn ult, and Azir can follow up on that, and Caitlyn can just deal a lot of damage from a safe distance. While for Falcon eSports, they have that catch and poke type of composition.
Well, it's going to be pretty unusual gameplay in this one, I think, because there are champions we don't see a lot in the games. Well, for Team Coinflip Gaming, we see all the champions pretty often, but Morgana and Ezreal is, well, that's what I want to see, because it's going to make or break the game. They can either win the game really hard from the laning phase or lose the game really hard from the laning phase.
Yeah, but as the players are loading into the game, we're going to have a small commercial break. So don't go anywhere, because we might see if Team Coinflip Gaming can go 2-0, or is this going to be a 1-1 for Falcon eSports and Team Coinflip Gaming.
And we are in the second game between Team Coinflip Gaming and Falcon eSports. This time Team Coinflip Gaming on the blue side, Falcon eSports on the red side. We are in the game and let's see if we see something crazy in this one.
Well, last time Little Gnome started top side, and Light Varus and Rakan have the lane advantage, the push advantage. This time
we got Israel with the Doran shield.
Doran shield, yeah. So he doesn't want to get poked out by Caitlyn too much. Gets the first Kleptomancy stack, and I guess I feel like.
Well, almost the first Q landing for Infrax, but this is not going to be the last time he tries that. He's probably going to roam a lot to the mid lane, as Azure doesn't have the cleanse, he just has the heal.
Yeah, Olaf will start bot side again, but yeah, Falcon eSports bot lane will not help him, so he will solo that one. And Gnome again starting top side, so trying to give as much resources or advantages as he can for the bot side.
Yeah, well, yeah, both bot lanes going without the leash, but even though it doesn't change a lot, I really dislike seeing Doran shield on the Ezreal, especially when they have two range versus a melee matchup and a Caitlyn. They should be looking to dominate the lane, even though, well, yeah, they should just be looking to trade all the time and try to win the lane that way. But it seems like already Israel getting poked down on the bot lane. Top side, nothing much happening. Two tanks just exchanging skill shots, not even losing any health there. And yeah, it should be all about the bot lane. And Coinflip Gaming getting the first level 2.
Yeah, so already putting a lot of pressure on bot side, and Quell Drake will be the first Drake of the game, so Falcon eSports will be happy to pick that up for themselves if they can. That will give a lot of roaming potential for Morgana and for Olaf.
And talking about Olaf, Olaf's going around the bot lane and around the mid lane rather, and trying to gank Spurges, but Axe doesn't connect, so he'll just go and take his Raptors.
Yeah, if he would have wanted the Q, he might have been able to pop some of Spurges summoners or at least make him, but he did not do so. And Gnome's trying to find something in the jungle. Oh,
he's quite low, I would say, but he knows that Olaf is not here, so he'll just ward and maybe look for something on bot lane. But probably they ain't gonna dive that.
Yeah, they don't want to make the same mistake that Falcon eSports did in the first game. Don't want to try any crazy early game dives. And they'll play it safe. Caitlyn and Rakan, as it was supposed to be, pushing the lane already in and trying to damage the turret as much as they can.
Yeah, well, the Caitlyn pick working out so far. And Zion on top lane dominating Anya's, even though the CS counts are not showing us that, or will be forced to back already. This time half a minute earlier than in the previous game.
Yeah, well, Zion has an easy time poking out enemies with the Comet because, and Ornn doesn't have as an easy time. Because yeah, it's a long skill shot that Zion has, and he can safely just poke it out. And but Onya's now not having the ignite for himself, has to use the TP, so loses a bit of pressure there. And both the junglers just farming their jungles and trying to get deep vision in the enemy ones.
And yeah, it seems like this is going to be a pretty slow game. Even though somehow we got a slight gold lead for Falcon eSports, probably from those Kleptomancy stacks. But yeah, so far so good. It's even all around the board. So probably the first action is going to be happening. Well, the first leads are going to be made through action and through some plays.
Well,
so that's always exciting.
Most likely through getting some objectives, fighting for the Quadrake, because now it is actually worth fighting over it. It has been buffed and gives nice movement speed stats. And actually, Guido Gnome predicting where Olaf is, but it's not too hard to predict where he will be. Sometimes we see some crazy plays from junglers to mask where they are, but this time not that. That does not happen. And Gnome's picking up the Rift Scuttler for himself to secure more vision on bot lane.
No Herald on minute 6 yet.
Yeah.
But well, pretty soon. 4 more minutes. Probably by then, Caitlyn should have taken the turret. Not even close yet, but well, she'll need the first back to get some early AD, and then she'll be on the pushing duties for the next 15 to 20 minutes.
And again, Spurja is getting that deep vision into the, well, not deep vision, but getting that vision into the enemy jungle to know where Olaf is at all times. And that just gives a lot of
And well, Spurja is going in on the Victor. Is not going to get anything. Predator put on by the Haxi Vaxi. Spurja shuffles away the Olaf. Is going to flash and heal away from the Victor's ult. Now, Gnom's going in, trying to look for something. Will need to back away himself, and then, well, some summoners used by Spurja, both of them. So a big win for Falcon eSports in this one.
Yeah, Falcon eSports did not have to use any of their summoners to continue, so Olaf will be able to just revisit mid lane, and but then he will have level 6, so the Azir ultimate will not do anything.
And well, ultimate coming out on top lane. Asti is not going to connect the Cyan out, but Mangals is already there looking to dive the Olaf. They are going for it. No flash for Ornn, and it seems like that he's going to fall to the Olaf's axe, and first blood going to the Mangals on the Olaf.
Yeah, so Falcon eSports finally getting the first win in this series, having that getting that small advantage, getting the first blood now.
And Mangals still sticking around. Will he see that the blue buff's gone? He takes the blast and cone and goes back to his own jungle.
Yeah, most likely thought that wanted to catch out with a Gnome, knew that he is topside and might have went to try and protect the turret, and then he would be able to just chunk out a lot of health from that. The pink ward spots Olaf, but Olaf does not check the bush, so he does not know that the pink ward is there. They have full knowledge of where Olaf is right now, and Azir just trying to keep the pressure up mid lane.
There's 30 CS lead already on the top lane. Acid is just smashing Anyas in this one, but well, we'll see. That matchup's more or less about the team fights. If Acid can get big enough of a lead in the early game to get like a item or, well, a half an item edge and get some nice Cyan odds, then it's going to be really worth for him.
Yeah, but Ornn does have an easier time. Making pressure in team fights with the ultimate is pretty hard to miss the Ornn ult if the enemy don't use summoners or some mobility like spells. But and Cyan doesn't have such an easy time. But I want to see Acid start like roaming around the map, like roaming, let's say, bot lane, and trying to help Deity out. And just punish the Caitlyn as much as they can.
And Olaf just zoning the Spurja with the Predator, just going around, gonna get some Raptors right afterwards, and then maybe I have a prediction that they're going to dive the Ornn again, since he still doesn't have the flash.
Yeah, but what I think find interesting is that Caitlyn actually has some troubles pushing in the wave, even though she has the BF sword now. Doesn't have she can't really push in the wave as much, so I would say the Morgana pick right now paying off pretty well.
Well, Morgana can push the lane enough, I guess. Morgana doesn't max the pool, but it's quite enough to set up the minions for clear under the turret. Lil Nom going to the bot lane for a bit, then deciding not to. Yeah, as they don't have the vision of Olaf.
Yeah, just getting some vision, and Olaf matching the invade. picking up the Grump, stealing that away from Gnomes, and they might try and dive top lane. Most likely not, because Ornn is pretty healthy, and the Gnomes actually starting the Drake. Olaf is not there to contest it, so it does seem like Team Coinflip Gaming will be able to pick this up with ease.
Yeah, well, Ornn is in constant trouble. There's going to be a slow push on the turret. Olaf will take the Wolves, and then, well, he's pathing to the mid lane, maybe going to surprise Bourgeois, or will he? He's not. He'll just take all the jungle camps, does not care about objectives or anything.
Yeah, right now just farming up so that in the mid game he can try and pressure the backline with his ultimate and damage. And yeah.
And now here comes the Mongols finally on the top lane, and they are going to dive Ornn second time. This time Acidy gets the kill, so 2-0 for Falcon eSports, and they will probably get the first blood turret as well.
Yeah, Gnomes coming in to try and stop the turret from falling, but it does not seem it's going to work out. Just poking a bit, and right now Falcon eSports have secured like negated the bot lane push, so Quadex cannot be as aggressive with the dominant with the Caitlyn as he wants to, and yeah, the Morgana pick I didn't like it at the start, but right now I'm starting to fall in love with it. And actually in the mid lane.
And well, they're going on the Deity on the bot lane. He heals and gets away. Only with the heal still has the flash up. And now they're really chunking the turret down. Ezreal comes down, is going to clear the way, but only one now. Deity wants to stick around, but Gnomes is right around the corner already. They're going to dive this. So it's going to be a 2v3 dive. Both top laners have the teleports. Will they use it? We'll see in a second. Now, Mongols already going down, and they will default to going for the turret, but they will not get it as the Predator scares them away.
And the bind does not land, so they are not able to pick that up. Acidy was holding down mid lane while Arlette was respawning. He did die to the Gnome gank mid, but and that gets them a bit back the gold that they are missing. And right now, yeah, Onyos hasn't had the best game that he would want to, and Acidy really showing his dominance there. In the mid lane is basically a farm fest, while the basically waiting for the junglers to come and try and put the pressure there. Gnome has been more successful in the bot lane, mid lane ganks, I mean. And bot side now the turret has almost fallen. Will they be able to protect it? Most likely not. And Olaf again in the top side jungle, in the Gnome's top side jungle, looking to find him maybe.
Well, they will not see each other, but Mongols is taking the blue buff already. Does ward it, so probably Gnome sees that, or does he? Now he knows that the blue buff is gone. Sion comes in to help if something happens. Nothing will happen. The top lane jungle duo is just too massive for Falcon eSports at the moment.
And Morgana actually also around mid lane, so Ezreal is left alone bot side. And
well, it's going to be a 4v3 fight on the bot lane. Morgana flashes in, the binding does not connect. They're going on the Ornn. Ornn still has flash. No, Sion dodges the stun with his own ultimate. Ornn comes down. No one's going to die from Falcon eSports, and well, that's a worthwhile trade. They will not get the turret yet, but they will deal quite a lot of damage, or maybe they will get the turret as they commit to it.
Yeah, mid lane. Meanwhile, Team Coinflip Gaming trying to pick up that mid lane turret for themselves so that they should trade something. And
well, Rakan ult comes in, does not connect on the Ezreal. Ezreal arcane shifts away and flashes away. So yeah, they get the mid lane turret in exchange for tier 2 on the top.
Yeah, and that just opens up top lane for
Morgana coming in, Infrix landing the binding on the Caitlyn. Now Mongols right around the corner with the Predator, hits the axe on the Caitlyn. As they're getting poked down a little bit, but the turret is the protection for him. The turret is is still pretty healthy. Shuriam Shuffle is not going to work out this time. Now they're trying to dive the Spurges, but he gets the kill on the Morgana. He's going to get on the Olaf as well. Double kill for Azir, going in for the triple on the Sion, but Sion is just a little bit too tanky.
And Spurges is just flexing his muscle, showing that you have something like...
And well, Spurges gets killed by the Ezreal.
And yeah, sniped away. Most likely did not think that Ezreal ultimate will do so much, but yeah, we saw something that like the Phoenix outplay against COG, where he got a quadra kill. Something almost the same, but not quite the same. Only got 2 kills, but still pretty impressive.
And didn't hit the ult.
Yeah, it didn't hit the ult, but still pretty impressive from him.
And well, now Coinflip Gaming steals the blue buff, but at what cost? Now they're going to just fall. 2 kills for Falcon Gaming as Lil Gnomes and Riftwolf falls.
Yeah, and this time I would say the roles are switched. The last game we saw Falcon eSports really making the bad calls and trying to fight the fights that they shouldn't. This time Team Coinflip Gaming, I would say, is not has been overextending, trying to push their luck too much. And if I feel like if they would just scale, slow down and scale a bit, they would have an easier time in this game.
But at the same time, Coinflip Gaming has quite a scary comp when they will reach the power spikes, because Azure and Caitlyn are like probably the best sieging comp you can get. Maybe a Jace on top lane, but well, you can't have everything at once.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just going to be we're going to see if the team fights are going to be if Olaf and Asdi are going to be able to kill Azure and Caitlyn, or put enough pressure for them not to deal as much damage as they should in team fights. But if they cannot do so, then yeah, Team Coinflip Gaming will win those fights in the late game.
And so Ezreal slowly getting to his 20 falls already, has the Moonman stacking, Manamune rather. And well, Victor getting his Hex scores and stuff. And well, I think that for a couple of minutes this game is going to be a bit slow.
Yeah, and Team Coinflip Gaming now picking up the second Cloud Drake for themselves, and that gives them a lot of mobility.
Arnold comes in, they are going for it. Infrig is going to fall to Spurges now. Flash Rakan ultimate from Riftwolf. Now Acidy in World of Trouble, or Arlet rather. Arlet tries to turn around. Now Clydex is going in. Arlet does not fall. Ezreal comes in, and well, a lot of things happening. No one falls after the first kill.
Yeah, but Acidy now coming in from the backside, maybe wants to find something, but does not have the chance. Now he gets all the members to run, follow him. Will he be able to escape this?
Well, a lot of people in Acidy. Only one now. Caitlyn has to flash away now. Acidy puts down the shield, but he's trapped. He's trapped between 5 members now. He will try to revenge his death. Will not get anyone down.
Yeah, but that actually is a pretty free Rift Herald, I would say, for them. Oh, Spurja is falling in mid lane from the engage of Mongols. So now they could go for the Rift Herald and pick that up for themselves, as Team Coinflip Gaming have recalled.
A lot of interesting plays, I would say, which all have started from lacking vision from both teams.
Yeah.
One team goes into face check trying to defend their vision, dies. Then the other team tries to invade the enemies and dies. So a little bit of a sloppy game, I would say. But now Ezreal will back. Ezreal will get. Ezreal will probably get his
Triforce.
His Triforce. Doesn't have the gold for it yet, but pretty soon, I guess.
Yeah, and Falcon eSports, Team Coinflip Gaming, I mean, now are putting Caitlyn bot side, almost likely to just pick up the save and then recall, reset. They will have the gold for the static shiv, so she will be able to pick that up for herself. Falcon eSports, meanwhile, pushing in mid lane, trying to chunk out as much damage as they can from the turret. Mongols clearing vision so that they would see where Sichuan is and they wouldn't be able to do those crazy back flank plays. And yeah, a pretty slow game right now. Not a lot of action. Something that I wanted to see, something that we should see from Team Coinflip Gaming is they have to just get a bit of items and scale up, and then try and win the team fights from there. But Olaf looks like is going to be cut out, or I should say Gnome is going to be cut out.
And yeah, Olaf, redemption comes down, and well, it seems like Sichuan is going to live. Why did they stop? Maybe they didn't have the vision, maybe they were scared that someone's waiting for them. But yes, Sichuan just lives like that. No one to threat him, actually.
Yeah, no one picks up the kill. Most likely they thought that
she's recalling on the board, and Deity capitalizes on the situation. Gets the ultimate with Ezreal, that's like second Ezreal ult like that.
Yeah, but now Acidy going in.
Acidy going in, gets the knockup on the Rift Wolf. Are going to ult him, and well, Rift Wolf falls. So 2 kills for Falcon eSports. Are they going to get the third one, or maybe the third on mid lane?
Maybe they will go for the Baron, but as this is still alive, has that poke potential. If Morgana can land a bind, then they will be able to try and punish that, try and get a lot of damage on the target, but yeah, Acidy leaves the game.
He leaves the game. He has done his job for this one. One is lane, got a couple of kills, and they're not even.
No, he reconnected.
Yeah, he reconnected. We don't see the pause happily.
Yes, we can just continue watching the game, and yeah, Falcon eSports pick up the mid lane turret, and they have gotten 3 turrets now. 3 turrets against 2. They have a 4K gold lead for themselves, but I don't think that matters too much.
Arnold comes in, going in on the Arlight. Arlight does have the cleanse, doesn't have the flash, and he's going to fall to Spurgeis. And that seems like it's going to be a Baron for Coinflip Gaming. And in a matter of seconds, the game completely flops around.
Yeah, Arlight just caught out of position. Are going to go for the Baron now. Team Coinflip Gaming, Acidy is TPing, so they want to stop it. They don't want them to pick it up. And it does seem like Team Coinflip Gaming are going to stop and not go for it.
Well, the main damage source for Falcon eSports was Fallen, so I don't know. At the back, they probably could have fought them. Maybe they were scared. Maybe they wanted Ornn and Rakan out for that.
Maybe, yeah. They didn't have too much resources.
But as we can see, like on the bot lane, Caitlyn and Ezreal. Caitlyn has like 60, 70 CS advantage, but she's only like 800 gold ahead. And that's not ahead enough, I think.
Yeah, the Cryptomancy coming in strong, helping out Ezreal with the gold disadvantage. But Acidy now will get collapsed by...
Yeah, well, Olaf's there as well. Olaf's just going to scare them away. They will try to catch him. Doesn't the Piltover with Peacemaker does not connect.
And the Rift Herald does pick up the turrets, so now they have gotten all the tier 1 turrets. They are going to go for Azure with the 2-man ultimate, but is that enough? Yes, he does pick up Deity in return, but does die. And Deity had to use both of his summoners and still dies, and that's going to be the third win drag for Team Coinflip Gaming.
And yeah, they're going to they will go fast.
Yeah, they will not be able to stop. Will be able to have so much movement speed. Maybe even outrun the Olaf.
Especially on the engaged champions like Sejuani and Rakan can surprise you from the brushes really quickly right now. And well, the top lane tier 1 still standing for Falcon eSports. It's pretty much free to pick it up for like free gold.
And they are going to try and do so. Ezra ult does come in, but it does not do enough damage to clear out all the wave. So that is going to be the turret for Team Coinflip Gaming. But the Falcon eSports are not looking for an engage. But they do want to put some vision around Baron again, so that Team Coinflip Gaming could not sneak that in.
And well, a little bit more, and Coinflip Gaming will reach the peak of their spikes pretty much. They'll need the third item on the Caitlyn, which is almost finished, and the finished Leandris for Azir. Now, then it's going to be probably where the game is going to be decided. If they can win the fight with those items, they will probably win the game at that exact moment. But Falcon eSports going in for the Baron. Ornod comes in, gets the knock up on him, Infrex. Now, Cyanot tries to catch out Spurges. Spurges drifts away. Infrex is stunned. Everyone flashes away. Deity, in a world of troubles, is in a safe position right now. Infrex, the first one to fall. Everyone's super low now. Clydex dashing in with E, trying to look for something, but he's getting zoned off. Now, a clutch Q from Arlight is going to save him. Now, Arlight's looking for a turnaround, but Coinflip Gaming will just try to push out the mid lane right now.
Yeah, the mid lane turret is pretty low, so they want to pick that up in return. And yeah, Team Falcon eSports started the fight because Caitlyn was bot side, but because of the air drakes that they have, wind drakes, she just ran back to Baron so fast, and Falcon eSports were not able to capitalize on that mistake.
But yeah, now, will they ever be able to capitalize on these kind of mistakes? Because triple air drakes are pretty scary, but as Azir is backing, Falcon eSports started the Baron, and it seems like Coinflip Gaming has no idea about it.
No, they do, but
Rakan is in, but well, Ornod will come in, but it seems like that they will just try to finish the Baron. Lil Noms is really low, and it's a turnaround for Falcon eSports. They get the Lil Noms, they get Anya, so 2 kills for Falcon eSports. Looking for the third one. Rakan still live, looking for an engage with the ult. Does not have the ult yet, or does he?
Yeah, and Rakan does have ultimate, so he will be able to use that in a fight.
And Rakan goes in, gets a triple ultimate knockup. Spurges gets 1 kill. Battle between Spurges and Deity. Well, Clydex and Deity. And well, Clydex will get the upper hand of it as Spurges helps him out there. Now they're going to siege down the bot lane. It's going to be pretty scary. Caitlyn with 3 items. Acid will try to defend it. He's pretty tanky, but is he tanky enough?
And Spurges is cut out in a solo kill for Arlight. Picks that up, and now Acidy.
And Acidy trying to go in. Mangal's from the side already. Now it's going to be the war of tanks. Who's going to be tanky enough? And well, Cyanot comes in, does not land on anyone. They will try to catch out Riftwolf. Riftwolf trying to dodge the axes, does manage to do so. So he's going to be safe, but Nose from behind there looking to turn it around again. Olaf ult will cleanse all the CC. Caitlyn coming in, gets the kill on the Mangal, is going in for the Arlight. Arlight has the black shield on. Now Sion's going to be next one to fall. Sion survives with a sliver of health. Now they all flash on the Sion. And Sion does die now. Deity really low. And well, Sion passive is going to scare him away. Orn ult comes in trying to knock someone out. It's not going to connect, so they will just try to push down the inhibitor right now, as 2 members from Falcon eSports are dead.
Yeah, and Clydex with the Caitlyn pick doing
and well,
so much
out going to fall to Deity.
Yeah, and just so much turn of events of Clydex doing so much damage in that teamfight, was able to just keep up because of the air drakes that they have. Had the movement speed in combat, was able to just keep up and keep auto-attacking the tanks, and he did so much damage to them. The crits really melting Olaf and Sion.
And once he gets the last whisper, is going to be pretty crazy, and he just bought it like Lord Dominic's. Asdi and Olaf are just going to melt after this.
Yeah, so it's pretty scary, but Quadex will be able to do with the pick, and they are going to try and get vision around Baron now. They do pick it up pretty fast with the Caitlyn and Azir combo. Azir also now having the items that he needs, he will be able to dish out a lot of damage in teamfights.
Well, it's going to be pretty hard for Deity to hold up to Quadex at this moment. He does have the 3 items, Trinity Force, Muramana and Blade of Drone King, but he will have to play his heart out to just stay on the same level, let alone even more. We can see from one auto from Caitlyn, Deity found 40 HP, Ornal does not connect. No, Sion gets the big ult. And big wombo combo from Falcon eSports. They get 1 kill, they get 2. Arlight's looking for the 3rd one now. Glidex kills Deity. Deity gets in the trap, and well, he just gets destroyed over there. A big wave on top lane, and Coinflip Gaming are looking for it. Spushers will push out the mid lane and default to go in top side afterwards. They will get at least 2 turrets over after this.
Yeah, they are starting to pick up the first one. Even though Falcon eSports won the team fight, Team Coinflip Gaming just can't keep the pressure on. The carry is still alive from Team Coinflip Gaming, and SD lands the E but does not continue going in. They do not have the resources to catch them, and Team Coinflip Gaming actually pinging the Baron, so they might just go for that.
Well, let's see. They do have the damage, that's for sure. They don't have the smite with them, but well, Lil Nom is coming from base. He will not be there in time, neither will Mangalis. And that is Baron for Coinflip Gaming.
It's fast. They know what they want to do. Fast decisions from Team Coinflip Gaming, getting the objectives. Because of that, and Falcon eSports didn't have the time to react to any of these plays. Really good Baron call from Team Coinflip Gaming. That will just allow them to siege this game even better. Now they have Caitlyn with the traps and Azir with the soldiers. They will be able to poke out anyone who tries to protect the turrets and dish out a lot of damage.
And Caitlyn with the QSS, so now it's going to be pretty hard getting on her. She will have the flash pretty soon. She has the heal, so let's see if Glidex wants to play the frontline AD carry, or will he just let his team do all the work. So far, he's been the one trying to aggress on the enemies. Now he does have to use the QSSs. Once he goes to the front line, he catches the first Q that gets thrown out to him. But well, he'll just try to take the turret down. Cyan out comes down, and well, we see Onios completely destroyed. Glidex is trying to pick up something. Everyone just falls back. And well, that's Glance for Riftwolf as he gets binded by Morgana.
And yeah, Falcon eSports again with the Sion engage and Olaf engage are able to catch Onios out, pick him up as really just pulling him up. But yeah, the Caitlyn damage and the Azir damage was coming in, and Falcon eSports had to fall back, couldn't continue because of how much they had already lost. How much health they already had lost.
And yeah, Onios is not tanky enough yet. And I doubt that we'll see him tanky enough in this game. He's too far from Warmugs or anything like that. He's probably, I don't know what he's building right now. Second glacial shot, that's probably Righteous Glory, but does he really need it? And here comes the Sion ultimate, barely misses Glidex. Glidex is trying to strike back. And well, there's still Sejuani. Will Sejuani ult? 4 members there. And that's a knock-up from Riftwolf. Gets the charm. 2 more members. All comes down. They're looking to clean the house. Caitlyn is trying to look for auto attacks. She's going on the Arlight. Really low. The zone's not going to kill her. Ezreal ult misses. And Spurges gets the Arlight finally. So 50-second death time is on the Victor. Caitlyn's just going to clean all the objectives right now. They're going to get the inhibitor and maybe look to close out the game.
Yeah, Oh no, they do not.
They do not.
They just play it safe, back off. Don't want to get cut out by Infrax's buy-ins, and then just lose members and overextend because Drake is coming up in a minute. So that is something that they might want to just pick up to help them close out this game, and Falcon eSports right now, they don't really have an answer. They don't have an answer for these games. They don't really know. I don't know what they can do to win these fights.
I could say that another questionable choice was just made by the AD carry from Falcon eSports. He decided to go for the Quicksilver Sash instead of the Last Whisper. So I don't know about that. He just needs to deal damage. He's pretty safe in the fights. He's not the main guy to focus down. He should just maybe he bought the Quicksilver Sash because he wants to be the one jumping in, trying to catch someone out. That's probably the reason. We'll see if he tries to do that, because if they kill Caitlyn, then they can win the team fight. It's not guaranteed because they still have to deal with Azir.
Yeah.
But if Caitlyn lives, they will not. That's one way to put it.
Yeah. So Sion just has to land his ultimate onto Caitlyn, because right now Victor is doing a lot of damage. He can 100-0 Caitlyn and Azir if he gets close enough to them. So they just have to catch out Caitlyn somehow, catch her out, and then if Victor or R-White is close enough, then they can just pick that up.
And well, Elder Drake started now. Falcon eSports is there to try to stop them, and they are not there in time. So now Team Coinflip Gaming are going to be super fast with 3 Cloud Drakes and the Elder Drake just rushing over everyone. Deity almost gets engaged down, but maybe they saw that he has the Quicksilver Sash, and Gnam smartly decides not to ult him.
Yeah, and Team Coinflip Gaming is just going to have an easy time now pushing in the waves. They just have to place the traps and can safely just damage the turret with no problems.
And well, Sion tries to ult and connects the ult and the knock upon the 4 members. Own ult comes in. Now Spurges gets the solo kill on the Arlight on the backside. Now Spurges goes in for the Ezreal, is not going to get it. Now Ezreal survives, or does he? He does a not double kill for the Caitlyn, triple kill for the Spurges, and that's going to be the second game going for Team Coinflip Gaming.
Yeah, so a 2-0 from Team Coinflip Gaming. I predicted it to be completely opposite. I thought that it's going to be the other way around. I thought the Falcon eSports are going to be the ones that
Of course you did.
out of these 2 games, but no, Team Coinflip Gaming come out strong. Both of these games just are able to punish Falcon eSports mistakes and capitalize on them.
And more importantly, perfect KDA for Clydex in these games. First game was 10:08, I think, and second one is 8:06. So not a single death in 2 games for Clydex. That's really, really nice to see, because he played quite aggressively and still managed to be safe at all times.
Yeah, and in the damage graph, you can already see so much damage coming out from Caitlyn.
And yeah, well, top in Azir by 15k, that's not something you see quite often. But yeah, actually, I don't know if this was such a stomp by Team Coinflip Gaming, because Falcon eSports had a really good engages. A lot of times they just didn't have the extra pump of damage to kill everyone.
Yeah. They had, well, this was a 38-minute game. It was pretty close, but just Team Coinflip Gaming had that scaling composition for themselves. They wanted to get to the late game. They managed to do so, and when the late game came, neither Clydex or Spurges choked and were able to carry their teams.
And yeah, this was pretty interesting. So after this game, what do we have in the standings? Do we have something?
Yeah, we do have something in the standings. And so Team Coinflip Gaming now in 3rd place. They went from 7th to third because of this matchup, and Falcon eSports now going down to fifth. And yeah, keep yourself alive still. The top dogs have the 2 losses now.
But yeah, we will have to see all the games being played out, so all the teams have the same count of games. Otherwise, it's not actually the way to assess the rankings.
Yeah, but Team Conf game from 7th to 3rd. That's something. That's something Yeah, you can. From there, you can already see how tight the standings really are.
And now we can see that Timantis 5 is the only team in the league undefeated. So will they go through the season being undefeated? That's the question now. Will they just smash Iron Wolves? Will they just smash Keep Yourself Alive? Will they just smash? Did they play Team Solomata already?
I think that they didn't.
They didn't, but well, that's going to be a hype matchup as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, those were the 2 games. You'll be able to watch the replay of them in the YouTube in about a day or something. Until now, if you want to check when we are live at all times, you can just subscribe to us on the YouTube channel. When we are live on the BESL channel, there should be a video as well. You'll always see, you'll always see us coming. And yeah, for today, League of Legends action is over. And tomorrow and Wednesday, there's going to be, tomorrow and Wednesday there's going to be CSGO. Tomorrow be here at 6:30.
Yeah, and you'll see Baltic Elite play against Malco Gaming, so that will be a hype matchup. You'll get to see that together with MV and Gekons.
And yeah, we'll be back at Thursday. We'll split the time with Gekons and MV. We'll have one match of CSGO and one match of League of Legends, but in the other order.
Yeah, yeah. So League of Legends is going to be first.
I think so.
Yeah, League of Legends is going to be first, and then CSGO will follow up. And and then we'll on the Thursday we'll see Imans 5 play again.
Yeah, on Thursday there's going to be CSGO first, then League of Legends, and on Friday it's going to be all League of Legends. So Friday is going to be the Axe Day. Last week we had pretty hype Axe
Day, yeah.
Pretty hype Axe Day, and yeah, we had our winner Madals LV. Shoutouts to him. I hope you will like the Axe products as much as we do.
Yes. But that is all from us today. So it was me, Cookie, with you, joined by Derek Danger. So thank you guys for watching, and be sure to tune in tomorrow to see some CSGO action.
You spray, you trip. You're gold. Smell fresh all day with new Axe Gold Body Spray.